Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and let's kick off Fan Fridays for this week. So, I don't even know what we are getting into. All I've heard about the comments on this video is that it is absolute madness. So, here we go. The opponent is going to lead with the classic Kanga Meowstic. So, what you can expect is a Safeguard Mega Evolve Fake Out into a Swagger boost on the Kangaskhan for ultimate destruction. But we're going to see how Hawlucha deals with that, as well as the Latias. So, I mean, Quick Guard, that's one way of preventing the Fake Out. And are we going to see the Safeguard? Alright, so the combo is still alive. And now, is it well? So, Latias with that Calm Mind, free Calm Mind. I mean, as long as you can deal with that safe swag, it'll be okay. Actually, Hawlucha might be able to get some shutdown right here. So, there's some Protect. Ooh. On the Kangaskhan, as there's a Charm from the Meowstic. So playing a little bit of both right now. Charming the Hawlucha will reduce like a high jump kick, but Hawlucha's not going for that. It flung the Starfberry onto Latias. I was like, Flings Rock? No, Starfberry is going to gain defense. Actually, doesn't Starfberry randomly... Oh my goodness, guys! It's the freaking, like, super boosting! Okay, that is done. I don't even know what to say anymore. Alright guys, I need to go back for a turn because this is absolutely awesome. So we've seen this before with the swoobat. That swoobat, it has the simple ability, so it gets like double boosting on everything. But the idea is you can use Fling, dark type move, to weakness policy with a berry. Starfberry randomly boosts a stat by 2. So you could have chosen all kinds of crazy things. Salac Berry would work. Ganlon Berry if you just want the regular defense, but you pretty much take like a acupressure RNG kind of roll with it. You might even get evasion, I believe, out of Starfberry. So right now, Latias at +3 special attack, +2 defense, +1 special defense. That's pretty good right there. And then you Quick Guard from any kind of scariness, so Quick Guard is going to protect right there. Latias outspeeding into that stored power, and that's going to be Kangaskhan going down. Game's over. Game is over, bro. Oh, man. I hope the rest of these battles are the same strat. This is absolutely wonderful to see. So, there we go. More Swagger stuff. So, Swagger's going to get through. Hopefully, Hawlucha has a way of dealing with this, because, I mean, that could be kind of bad for Latias, but at the same time, Latias just gains more stats. Sky Drop. So, Sky Drop. Ooh. Now, Latias is going to go for something, even though it's confused. Latias is confused, hits itself in confusion. That is unfortunate, but you do delay that turn as Swagger keeps coming. Wait, why is Meowstic using Swagger? He's just gaining Latias' stats. Like now, every time he uses Swagger, that's 60 power to the stored power because of Stab. So he just boosted 120. Like, okay. Latias is confused, hits itself in confusion. All right. This is working out for the opponent, but I mean, you just need to Swagger once. So there's the Hyper Voice. Latias has a lot of special defense, will survive. Hawlucha does go down. Now, Latias is a Dragon-type Pokemon, so now the opponent trying to bring it back, and things are about to get interesting. So no longer protected by a Safeguard. The Meowstic comes in against the Meowstic to anti-Meowstic the Meowstic, as there's a helping hand into that Hyper Voice on Sylveon. So Meowstic gets the Fake Out, though. Fake Out's going to shut down Sylveon for the turn, and that gives Latias an opportunity. As long as it doesn't hit itself in confusion, there's the stored power. So stored power is going to hit the Sylveon, and that will, of course, be a KO. Latias actually is like holding on just a little more than I expected, like the low hit points and stuff right there. So now that is going to be Garchomp on the Protect. Okay. It's not going to accomplish anything as Meowstic tries to throw down another Swagger. Meowstic's going to avoid that. There's another Reflect, so defenses are insane on this Latias. Even if it hits itself in confusion, now it shouldn't knock itself out. Does it? No, confusion is type. Wait, confusion is typeless. Does it apply to Reflect? I don't know. But either way, the opponent going for a double Protect right there, not wanting to get blown up, hoping that Latias goes down to its own Swagger. All it has to do is like snap out of confusion. The Meowstic has no win condition as well, so Latias is going to snap out of the confusion. There's the Ice Beam. Oh, the Ice Beam tech onto Garchomp. I think stored power is still more damage, even after a 4 times hit. And the opponent has just a Meowstic right now. So Meowstic's going to switch out, and okay, so that's Swagger, Fake Out, Wait, no, did it? No, I don't think it faked out. It went for the okay, swagger safeguard and other things that I wasn't paying attention to. So Meowstic doesn't have any offensive moves, or else it would have finished off Latias. Latias, is it going to hit itself in confusion? Oh, Latias goes down after the insane comeback or the insane setup. So Meowstic trying to make this one happen. Now it's Meowstic versus Meowstic with the Clefairy on the field, and the opponent just going for some stuff. So there's Fake Out. That's going to be a flinch on the Meowstic. There's an Icy Wind as well. So going to just do a little bit of damage, slow down the Meowstic. We're like, okay, everything looks like it's dedicated to supporting the Latias. So once Latias goes down, bad things will happen. Right, Helping Hand. So Meowstic just Helping Hand the Clefairy, because the other Meowstic had Helping Hand as well, so that's going to be a Swagger. Swagger's not going to get any boosting, and the opponent just refuses to give up right now, as it's like a 2v2, so Clefairy has the Icy Wind. That's going to be a Void right there. Handle leftovers. This battle could last a very long time. Does the allied Meowstic have the Swagger? No, he does not. Because else you could try to Swagger the Swagger to Swagger into Swagger with the Swagger. But it's just a Helping Hand on the Icy Wind to try to get the most damage possible. What is even happening with this battle right now? Meowstic's confused. Clefairy's confused. Clefairy is going to get off the Icy Wind. It does not miss this turn. But yeah, Clefairy is just speed support for the Latias with that Icy Wind. Maybe, does it have Heal Pulse? I would think so, to try to keep the Latias alive as long as possible. And that's going to be the Swagger confusion. So Meowstic is confused. Not really going to take too much in confusion. There's a Safeguard. So I guess the Safeguard protects him from the Swagger, but just boosts his attack. Clefairy is confused, gets the Icy Wind off, so trying to get some damage down through that. Icy Wind not really doing much of anything. Meowstic's speed has dropped down to nothing. There's a Leftovers. Like, Leftovers healing up most of the Icy Wind damage is kind of crazy right now. And then the opponent finally forfeits once he has realized there's nothing left to do. That stalled out really weird in the end, but I love the Latias strategy, so let's get into the next one. That was one of the craziest things I have seen in a while. Like, I love the weakness policy fling berry strat. So here we go. Ooh, it's the same team, this time with a little more firepower behind itself on that Mega Lopunny, or maybe Mega Lopunny, since we didn't see the Mega Latias. Probably Mega Lopunny, because it is weakness policy, so yeah. Now this is about to get interesting. Let's see how this battle ends up playing out. So Hawlucha does things, opponent's got Klefki, Pyroar. I guess you can quick guard, just in case Klefki was going for like Thunder Wave or any kind of shenanigans right there. But that is going to be the Reflect. Hawlucha's got Fling, and the Star Fairy. It's just rushing down that first turn right there, anticipating setup from the Klefki. And I mean, look at this. Weakness policy, special attack. Oh, actually special attack off the Star Fairy. And then that's going to be +6 already into the Calm Mind. That's going to be +8, which means 180 base power, and then a 270 after stab onto stored power. That's a lot of damage. So Pyroar's going to be throwing down that Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice hits Hawlucha really hard. Hawlucha has the quick guard, and now we get to see what happens for this turn. So that's the Metal Sound. Quick guard is going to protect from that Metal Sound. Doesn't that drop special defense? It's either drastically or by 2. And that is going to be enough to one-shot the Klefki right there. So stored power showing a lot of strength. Hyper Voice will still land. Latias doesn't really care because of that Calm Mind. Hawlucha will go down. Not too much of a tanky Pokemon, but it did its job. It's just got the setup, and then it has Quick Guard just in case. Now we're going to have Aegislash as Clefairy comes into play. So Clefairy's going to follow me just in case there's Shadow Ball. Actually, that would be something to worry about from the Aegislash. So stance change coming out of the Aegislash. Aegislash actually going for the Shadow Sneak. That's going to hit Clefairy instead. And if it's Blade Form Aegislash, not surviving a stored power. Oh my. Okay, so good night, Aegislash. That is going to be enough damage to KO. And it looks like Latias is just going to get that clean sweep. That's what I like about that Clefairy. You know, you can either follow me. I imagine there's a Heal Pulse. You have the Icy Wind just in case you need to lower some speed. It all works out. So that's going to be the Diggersby. Diggersby can do a lot of damage, but Latias just too fast. There's a follow me to be safe. So I'm guessing you stored power the... I'll not say you stored power the Pyroar, because if it's using Hyper Voice, the follow me doesn't really work for the Hyper Voice, and I feel like Clefairy might have been able to do something else, maybe. Icy Wind just in case it was Sash Diggersby. But Latias will get the Sword Power and then finish off the battle. So let's do another one. Oh my goodness, I did not expect the battle to go that fast, but here we are. Let's go to another one. I like the strat. And let's wrap up this Fan Fridays right here. So I just like seeing how this happens. Now, the follow-up is really tricky, I'd imagine, because it does put a lot of power and a lot of pressure onto Latias to be the 1v6 carry. Well, 1v4, 1v9, whatever you want to call it. Latias has to do well, and that could be very problematic if you're getting double focus. So we're going to see what it does against the Crawdon Politoed combo right here. So just straight damage to take down the Crawdon on that superpower. Okay, if you can remove the threat, why not? Especially if it's a Zoroark, why not? And that's going to leave us to the Calm Mind with the Politoed on the field, so we can Fling whenever we want. And that just means Fling going to get the outspeed as Latias turns into a sudden one-shot. Definitely something that could happen as Politoed goes for the Scald. Scald hitting Hawlucha. No burn? No burn. Now there's the Scizor. So stored power on Scizor will still be very, very strong. Maybe not enough to KO, but that's still a very high amount of base power coming out of Latias, which can be a very strong Pokemon. Also, I guess one thing that that I wasn't really mentioning with the weakness policy, the weakness policy is doubling the special attack, so any resist is going to be ignored, and the special attack goes up again. So at times 3 special attack, the resist doesn't matter, and it's still a 270 base power. Yeah, Scizor's not surviving. So that's going to be stored power onto Scizor. Boom, get wrecked. That was one thing I didn't realize. Like, I was so focused on just the amount of stats and not the actual stats themselves. That's why you can hit, Steel-type Pokemon and still do enough damage for the KO. Probably would be enough to KO the H-Slash then, for sure, even in shield form. So, Scald will finish off Hawlucha. Doesn't matter, because that's the power play. Like, I actually wonder if it's stronger or better to do this on the second turn. So if you're doing it on the second turn, then the opponent might not expect it. Like, alright, Hawlucha got the free KO on the Zoroark, and Latias was able to get a Calm Mind. That doesn't look so bad, and then suddenly you just lose. Actually, after the Calm Mind, it's +3. So Latias is at a +5 on the special attack. Crawdon gets frozen for a little bit extra right there. I really don't think it mattered. Well, Crawdon could do a knockoff. That could be pretty nasty, but there's no item to lose. And Clefairy is packing the Follow Me. So yeah, like, just GG, get wrecked. Latias going to Ice Beam. Crawdon goes away, doesn't show any threat onto the Latias from the Politoed. Politoed's going to get one shot by the stored power once we can use it again. And wow, I love it. That is such a ridiculous strategy. Oh my goodness. So Clefairy's got the Protect just to absorb a little bit extra of a hit as well. Latias stored power. I don't even want to keep track of the stats anymore. Tons of damage. And one of the coolest strats I've ever seen on Fan Fries. So that's one for the books, people. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next Fan Fridays.